Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and in this short video we're going to take a look at the recent England Athletics long jump competition which took place in a cold and rainy Manchester. That was Dan Bramble opening up with a jump he didn't fully complete, and he was followed by my athlete Paul Ogun. The jump was 7 metres 40, which was Paul's season's best to date. However, as you'll see, he didn't really get into the best position off the board as there was a lot of backward rotation. He needs to get his free leg in quicker to get himself over the point of takeoff more quickly. If you've been a regular watcher of my YouTube videos, you'll know that we've been working on a greater eccentric capacity for the takeoff and also allowing Paul, in his case, to keep his legs slightly in front of him at the point of takeoff, whereas most coaches, or coaching manuals should I say, would advocate the foot coming back underneath the hips at the point of takeoff. However, the likes of Juan Miguel Echeverria and Ivana Spanovic do take off with their legs slightly in front of them, and it's a natural tendency for these jumpers as it is for Paul. Into the second round, and Dan Bramble formed a more complete jump but still suffered from forward rotation. This effort was around 7 metres 20. Dan has currently jumped 7 metres 96 this year but has a best of 8 metres 21. Paul ran through on his second attempt. All the jumpers were struggling a little bit with the wet and cold conditions, and that was Ray Beningo. Ray has been improving over the last year or so and has a season's best of 7 metres 77 indoors. Into the third round, and Dan jumped 7 metres 43 with less rotation but still rotation on the landing. As you'll potentially know, the majority of forward rotation ensues from the takeoff and not getting the correct position with the free leg moving in advance of the torso and staying there for a split second before the hang or hitch kick is performed. And it was a similar case for Paul, who went straight into his action without blocking the free leg at takeoff before sweeping the free leg down and around. Here's Ray jumping 7 metres 33, and you'll see in the subsequent slow motion how the free leg advances in front of the hips and stays there and literally sucks him off of the board and delivers greater forward momentum that will go through into the jump. Obviously, it wasn't a great day when a regular 8 metre jumper is struggling to jump over 7 metres 20, but it's what you do on the day that counts. In conditions such as these, you've got to put them out of your mind and just focus on performing, on running fast into the board, and of course you've got to be confident and to put any worries about slipping or otherwise out of your mind. This is Alex Farquharson, who has a best of 7 metres 70, and he was unlucky to foul some long jumps on the day. His best this season is 7 metres 49, windy. Meanwhile, Ray was gradually chipping away at the lead and managed 7 metres 34 on this particular effort. Into round 5, and it was another 7 metres 43 for Dan. It was one of those days when the energy, the speed and the takeoff power that he was putting in should have produced a longer jump, and it was just mitigated by the forward rotation. Paul produced a good jump in the 5th round, but unfortunately it was a no jump, but at least it backed up the distance that he achieved on his 740. Unfortunately, Alex fouled again. So, into the final round, and Paul and me, I'll be honest, held our breath after this particular effort from Ray. So, 7 metres 38, which kept Paul in second place. By now Paul knew that he would keep the silver medal and unfortunately fouled on his 6th round attempt. In terms of performances, the England Championships are not going to set the world of long jumping on fire, but you can only do what you can do on the particular day, and many people jumped well below their bests. However, the competition was competitive, and Paul in particular jumped very well considering the conditions.
Paul Ogun.
As usual, thanks for watching and good luck with your training and competitions, and do subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you may have in the section below or through my social media. And a big thanks to all of you who have subscribed.